What do roadkill collectors, professional cuddlers, and deer urine harvesters all have in common? Not just that they top the list of bizarre jobs, but they rake in serious cash while doing it. With the economy tanking, prices surging, and rent so high it's kidney sale season, maybe it's time for a job upgrade. That's why on today's Infographics Show, we're telling you about the 25 jobs you won't believe pay this much. Number 25. Ethical hacker. Big companies often have terrible cybersecurity. Seriously, it is laughable at times. They pay ethical hackers to hack information and security systems to find the weak spots, and it's usually too easy. These legal hackers start at a salary of around $106,000. Experienced hackers can make up to $200,000 a year. Not a nerd? Time to become one. Learn some programming, dive into computer systems, get certified, and you're good to go. You need even less training to be a Number 24. Parts model. Has anyone told you that you have really pretty feet? If you're on social media, odds are at least one stranger has. Usually they're wearing fedoras. People with good feet, hands, or hair can charge money for it. Companies like jewelry makers and nail brands want pretty hands to model for them. Some models can take home $30,000 or so as a side gig. But the serious hands and feet models can bring home $57,000 to $65,000 a year, all for flexing some fingers and toes. You can get an even higher salary as a Number 23. Roadkill cleaner. Roadkill cleaner is exactly what it sounds like, clearing dead animals off the road. It's dirty and depressing work, but the pay isn't. They make a median salary of $72,000 to $91,461 per year, and depending on where you live, Sitka, Alaska, and many places in Southern California especially, you could be getting over $105,000 a year, just for picking up squashed squirrels. If you want a happier job with animals, become a Number 22. Hippotherapist. Hippotherapists use horses to help improve physical, emotional, and other skills in human patients. Like art therapy, but instead of crayons, they're using a half-ton animal. Hippotherapy has helped children with everything from autism to cerebral palsy and head injuries. The rhythm of the horse helps children tune into their own movements. It pays an average of $92,000, so maybe you can even afford a house someday. Just like a Number 21. Senior toy designer. This isn't just a job for Santa's elves. Entry-level toy designers make less, but the seasoned pro can earn up to $174,000 including bonuses. Designers come up with concepts for new toys and take them from design to finished product. It's a pretty fun job, and you will never have to worry about getting kids last-minute gifts again. Just take something home from the office. Some well-paid jobs are a bit more depressing, like a Number 20. Bereavement coordinator. Bereavement coordinators in hospitals or hospices help people who have recently lost a loved one. They offer counseling, support sessions, and organize memorial services, and make sure family and close friends of the recently deceased are healing. A background in counseling or nursing helps. The average salary is about $73,000, as it can be a tough job to handle emotionally. If you'd rather not deal with people, try working in Number 19. Elevator maintenance. Working in elevator maintenance has its ups and downs. Yeah, we went there. Average salaries in this field range from $97,000 to $104,000, and it can go up to over $200,000. You just need a high school diploma and an apprenticeship. If your state requires a certificate, get one, and you are ready to fix up elevators. As buildings get taller, demand is going up, so the future is looking elevated. But what if you live in the countryside? You can be a Number 18. Deer urine farmer. Hunters use deer urine to hunt male deer. Someone has to collect all that pee, so it might as well be you. A deer urine farmer makes an average of $80,000 to $90,000 a year and can even earn more. Female deer pee in graded rooms. The gold liquid trickles down and you bottle it up for sale. It's well paid because, surprisingly, most people don't like being surrounded by bottles of pee. Well, apart from those fedora guys we mentioned earlier. To work with animals in a less gross way, be a Number 17. Veterinary acupuncturist. Just like humans, pets are now looking into Eastern medicine. Acupuncture helps dogs and cats with arthritis, dermatitis, and other problems. You can make a puppy's life better and earn an average of $69,000 a year. Most animals become very relaxed and even sleepy during treatment. Well, sleepier for cats. So it's a calming and low-risk job. For less interaction with living things, maybe be a Number 16. Dental CAD/CAM designer. If you ever got a crown or a veneer, you've unknowingly worked with a dental CAD/CAM designer. Your scans get sent to a lab where someone crafts your new perfect tooth, and then a CAM machine or a 3D printer spits it out. Many designers work freelance and remote and make an average salary of $155,000 a year. For a more hands-on medical job, try number 15, genetic counselor. These medical professionals consult people on their options for testing and care based on their genetic history. They often work with pregnant couples or those hoping to become pregnant. Counselors do need a master's degree in genetic counseling, but they make between $63,000 and $95,000 working a 40-hour work week with no nights and weekends. Rare for a doctor. If you want shifts completely up to you though, try being a number 14, travel MRI technologist. Travel MRI techs make an average of $2,100 per week and significantly more than that in some areas. You need either an associate's or bachelor's degree from a specialized MRI program, then a certification, and you're in. You'll get paid to travel and scan bodies wherever you land. Best of all, you can take as much time off between contracts as you want. Another great gig job is number 13, theater and film makeup artist. People doing makeup routines on TikTok today could one day make an average of $135,000 a year working as a makeup artist for film, TV, and theater. The early years don't pay as well, but seasoned makeup artists can cash in big. You'll travel to sets, work with celebs, which can either be great or really, really bad, but hey, at least you're making bank. If you like colors and design, you can also be a number 12, color specialist. The salary for a color specialist ranges from just over $65,000 to $105,000. So, what the heck does a color specialist do? They're experts in the science of art and colors and work for industries like fashion, marketing, interior design, and graphic design. The road to becoming one isn't all that clear, but you don't need a degree, just an eye for details and classes in color theory. Although many specialists do have a background in design, fine art, and even psychology. Plus, we assume great connections. Number 11, master flavorist. Most flavorists make an average of $73,000 a year creating delicious taste profiles for big food companies depending on the location. Master flavorists can make even more. But if you're picturing a job that is just tasting Oreos all day, think again. Flavorists are science pros concocting new flavors in the lab while staying on top of regulations. Someone needs to make sure your next favorite taste doesn't accidentally cause cancer. Sounds exhausting, right? Wouldn't it be nice to just get paid to rest? Enter number 10, professional sleeper. Yes, pro sleepers are hired for product testing and research, especially if you're a solid, healthy sleeper who can review new designs. And the pay? Around $1,500 a week to sleep. Another surprising thing you could get paid for is number 9, professional gamer. Remember that spotty kid from school that just gamed 24/7? Chances are they're making serious coin right now. The average pay is just under $72,000, but professional gamers can make much more, almost $500,000 depending on how good they are. Gamers go to competitions offering millions in prize money, and the good, i.e. professional ones, often win. So next time your parents tell you to get serious about your future while playing Halo, tell them you are. Number 8, touring music industry tech. Musicians can make crazy money on concert tours, but how much do people setting up and operating their shows make? If you work with mid-level acts and above, you can pull in $150,000 plus a year. Housing and food are also usually covered while you're on the road. It can be a lonely life, and most people change careers when they want to start a family. But if you're okay being away from home, also look at number 7, oil rig worker. Jobs like derrick hands, roustabouts, and roughnecks, we swear they're real job titles, make an average of between $80,000 to $105,000 a year. They help clean, operate, and repair rigging and drilling equipment. The schedule is pretty intense. It's 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, but on the rig, you're working 7 days a week, 12 plus hours a day. Add in heavy machinery and it is a risky gig, but the salary helps. For a safer, high-paying job, try being a number 6, fursuit maker. Ever wondered where furries go when they need a new suit? Well, you're thinking about it now, so let us tell you. Fursuit makers. Experienced makers can earn an average of $3,100 per suit after cost and taxes. Start by perfecting your technique and make your first few suits for a lower price to build up a reputation. And yes, you'll also need to network at furry conventions, but if you'd rather deal with people not dressed up as animals, become a number 5, professional cuddler. Believe it or not, some people really just want to cuddle. So they hire professional cuddlers, paying between $40 and $80 an hour, around $400 for overnight sessions, to hold them. But in a totally consensual, non-creepy way. We can't stress that enough. For a lot of people, it's like therapy. It requires a training course, and you also have to be cool with holding strangers. But for those who would rather dive into the Arctic Sea than hug someone, this next job might be more your speed. Number 4, crab fishermen. Crab fishermen, or crabbers, work 3 months out of the year. They can pull in over $50,000, while a crab boat captain can make over $200,000. Crab season runs from October to January on the coast of Seattle to Alaska. Freezing seas, slick decks, and heavy machinery make it treacherous. Drowning, hypothermia, and serious injuries are real risks. But if you make it back to dry land, it's a pretty good gig. Like our next deadly job. Number 3, underwater welder, saturation diving. One specialized category of underwater welding is saturation diving, going deep under the sea for days or weeks at a time. They get depth pay, $1 to $4 per foot underwater. Workers typically earn over $100,000 per year, going as high as $500,000 for the top-ranked specialists in the world. But the annual death rate is 13 per 1,000 workers, adding up to a lifetime mortality rate of around 15%. But if you prefer your nature to be on land, number 2, tree surgeon. They say money doesn't grow on trees, but for tree surgeons it practically does. No operating table required. You'll be maintaining and repairing trees. Got a head for heights? You'll earn even more. Climbers make more than grounders, pulling in $150,000 to $340,000 a year, especially if you go solo or start your own company. Complete an apprenticeship, 2 years usually, and then you're ready to go. But are you ready for the biggest and possibly riskiest payday out there? Time to get into number 1, airplane repossession. When multi-millionaire owners or foreign governments default on luxury jets and commercial planes, someone has to go get them. Enter airline repo men. It is a first-class ticket to riches. How do you get a Boeing 747 back through customs? With difficulty and a generous baggage allowance. Usually this is a job for former pilots. Side effects include foreign organizations and governments getting very angry at you, resulting in possible imprisonment, threats, shooting, and maybe even worse. And that's why jobs pay anywhere from $20,000 to $3 million per aircraft. Maybe it's time to get that pilot's license and practice quick getaways from some very angry airport personnel. Think any of these jobs would spice up your resume? Know of any other crazy high-paying gigs? Drop it in the comments. Now go check out the 11 highest-paying teen jobs, or click on this video instead.